One shall stand, one shall fall.
Good times on everybody. Welcome. Did not mean to hit that twice, but welcome to the final match of Season 6. Boo versus Specs. This is the one. This is for everything. I got Fifth Whammy. I got KT Bean. They're going to do the talking. G and I are going to track. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to leave you with the comms. Comms, all you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you,
Grand
Double Touch.
Finals.
Yeah, we are finally here, and after Spec's win yesterday in a very twisty seed, this is it. No more grand finals after this. Winner takes the tournament. Spec on the left, Boo on the right. Both of them with lots of experience. Spec, the Season 4 champion. Boo with 2 third-place main tournament finishes to her name. Is this the one where she takes it all, or does Spec repeat? Only one can win tonight in this concluding race of Season 6.
Anything you're looking forward to for this race? Any checks or?
We have not had beavers all stream long, have we? All season long on Restream, have we?
I don't think we have, no.
We still haven't. Yeah, we didn't get it last night, so it's Beaver Race's last chance to shine. Everybody's last chance to shine for the season, really, but especially Beaver Race. I just want a good, solid contest, most of all. I would like to be surprised. If I'm surprised, that'll be happy.
Because I think Season 5, I was calming Grands, and it had scrub relocation. So maybe we'll have it again.
You never know.
You never know, it could happen. I think we did have one scrub relocation on Restream, didn't we?
This season we might have, yes. I might have missed that one. I vaguely remember hearing about it. When I hear scrub relocation, I think of SGL 2024, which had a bunch of those seats for whatever reason. But
Really? Wow.
yeah, nobody's quite sure why exactly it happened. That tourney was blitz, so fewer checks means, I guess, a greater chance of scrub relocation, but not that much greater, you would think, right?
Yeah. And the runners are off. It's do
Here
or
we go.
die.
Good morning, Termina, for the last time in Season 6. Got a bottle on the ledge.
And I think it's a red rupee on Cafe, and it looked like maybe Blast Mask on his chest? I'm not sure.
That might have been it. We're going to get a second look on Spec's side as Boo acquires her... Yep, you called it right, Kitty. Yeah, thanks, Raiders from Zavi. You are just in time for the start of Grand Finals. Yeah, Spec wants to ferry too. Very common to see that grabbed early these days. Boo going ahead, getting straw roof, even if it's wooden, just a piece of heart. Personally, I suspect Boo was hoping for rupees there.
Spec heading south. Just a brown chest in the field.
Both runners liking their brown chests. Spec gets some rupees. Very helpful to have some of those if you're thinking of doing horse race with your south opener here. Boo, meanwhile, headed north to Transformation Ferry, or non-Transformation Ferry, as the case may be.
Letter to Mama.
That's our first paper of the seed. And that's Sphere 0 paper. We're going to want to keep an eye out on Postman's Peak. And if that doesn't show anything, I think our runners will be thinking of tossing that in the toilet.
First hint, Woodfell Great Fairy is dead. We've got our quad hints. Let's see. Woodfell Temple is dead. Gossip Stones is dead. Beavers are dead. Unfortunate.
Oh, that was their last chance. Boat archery gone.
No justice for beavers this entire season. So interesting. Woodfell Temple is fully foolish. Not foolish except song. Kana Graveyard has one important song.
That is a foolish accept song. All our hints negative so far. Boo taking out the above ground of the Dongo.
Those
Spec
are a
taking
great
out-
source of money.
They are. So 50 rupees for Boo. We haven't seen any pressing need for that yet, but rupees are always handy early. Peanut's got a bottle. Second bottle for Spec.
Clock Tower
Right,
Roof has one important item. What could it possibly be?
Ah. Well, that's Augurs and early Cycle 1. I suspect right now only Boo's the one who knows about that. That is in the upper, northeast of Terminus Field. Not always grabbed by runners. Meanwhile, Spec takes out Ranch Sisters via hint on the way to Milk Road.
Great Bay Coast has 3 important items.
That's a hefty IC. Start suspecting eggs and Ocean Spider House chest, everybody.
So if we see that Ocean Spider House Day 1 is required, that would count towards that IC, but it wouldn't fulfill it. Correct?
Correct. Correct. We need something else to star there, but it would be one of the 3. Yeah, Great Big Coast, one of the more awkward places in the game, I feel. You've got Macau, who needs healing, Clifford, who needs hook shot and logically a beam.
Fire arrows on Tingle. No fire arrow casino today.
I'm okay not having to deal with one of those. I bet our runners are too. This fire's technically out of logic, but once you have a bow to get them... I'm not sure how much it matters. Yeah, Spec did end up passing on Horse Race. Hit the owl, did not do the race. Have we seen a lot of rupees besides that 20 rupee in the grass chest?
No, we haven't.
Who's the Dongo play looking better and better?
Yeah, we could have something on the bomb bag purchase.
It's
In
true.
which case, Boo will have enough money, and Spec will have to scrounge for some rupees somewhere.
Yeah, I think the line in Spec's case where that to happen is to just do Grotto de Dongos and then bring 50 back to make the purchase before midnight. There's our Postman Peak. We do not need that letter to Mama for the Postman's Freedom. That's just a piece of heart. Boo, meanwhile, rolling to Milk Road, gets her GBC IC3. Yeah, Spec doubling back to visit Madame Roma in the office. Postman's hat. That's an easy grab. And Boo
Boo
back
heading
walking.
south.
Wow, that was a back walk all the way back from Milk Road to Road the Southern Swamp. You do start with Bottle of Red Potion right off the bat this seed. I don't know if Boo's rushing the day 2. I think that'd be unlikely, but you're well set up for day 2 Swamp.
That is a great source of money. 100 in the post box. You can just re-grab that every cycle.
It pays to deliver mail in Clocktown, I suppose.
I think there's a big chest in Bomber's Hideout.
It might have been. Spec can't grab it immediately. Would have to double back with an explosive in hand. Like that blast mask on around Cafe's neck.
That could be our only source of bombs for the time being if we find letter to Cafe. Magic!
Wow.
Story.
Starting night 1 with Observatory, gonna pay off for Spec. Ooh, coming back up north to North Clocktown after her trip south. Yeah, Spec will stop the clock here to pick up that magic, of course. So still has a fair bit of night 1 to burn before his meeting with the old lady. Fire arrows for Boo as well. Now I suspect we're seeing West Clocktown checks.
See the bomb bag
Indeterminate.
purchase.
Let's visit.
Bow!
Ooh. I had trouble seeing it on Restream, but there it is. There's the bow. Spec happy to have that. Fire arrows now in logic.
What's crazy is that we're just a wallet away from Smithy 1.
We are, and some sort of... Oh no, we have usable fire arrows, you're right. Yeah, that is north access.
It also puts that magic into logic as well. That bow. And the fire arrows.
It does. A nice clean early projectile. Really getting a lot of potential logic tangles out of the way. Yeah, I mean,
And
the
Skull
North Plate
Kid's in
is...
play.
That's true. I mean, there's a North Play possible here. But you don't have explosives. And you don't have Gorons, so I'm not sure if you're rushing up there yet. Especially with a clock tower roof on the board. You might want to see what that song is first. Maybe see if you can snag an explosive, letter to the cafe, Goron on the way. Alright, Boo starting night 1 herself. Doubling back to grab Guru Guru. Perfect timing for Spec.
Oh! Egg on Guru Guru.
Spec did not pick that up. Yeah, Keg's still useful in Season 6. Once you have Goron, you can go talk to the cows in Romani Ranch, night 1. 3 checks there. Also the outside chance at Keg Castle. Not sure our runners are super excited about that prospect yet.
But to note about Keg Castle is that Keg can still be important for Egos, even if you already have light arrows. So just for an importance count, if we get a laundry pool icy or anything.
It totally could be. A laundry pool I see would be very interesting to get this seed, what with that blast mask on Day 2 Cafe.
It would be incredible to get like Laundry Pool 3 IC or something. That would be incredible. And we have to worry about the frog.
That's true. Frog could come up. Heck, drinking milk, trying to scoop up a fish with it. Yeah, that IC3 certainly pulling Spec West. That one. Oh, Boo off by a frame on the Postman's game as well. Two tingle items here, one of them exclusive to West for the time being until we get a Icona access. Other one could be grabbed in Milk Road. Ooh, starting bombers early. This seems familiar.
Hookshot.
Ooh.
That is 2 stars on that tingle, since that was the Canyon purchase.
Absolutely. This is the only way you're getting that hookshot this seed. That is a 2-star item on Great Big Ghost. Silver Rupee not going to be important in the logical sense, but our runner's happy to have another 100. And now all Spec would need is a bean. And that would be Logical Clifford.
And
Oh.
Goron mask from Labfish. Watch eggs not be required though.
Wow, that's one heck of a coast. Hook and Goron. A big boost to Spec.
Bottle locked Goron at that.
Careful, Boo. Boo enduring the Dodongos. Tricky opponents even for the best of us. Wow. That's a keg for Spec.
Still has time of day to do ranch cows.
Yeah, I believe the cows are available until the aliens start coming. Spec gonna go ahead and make a date with the old lady. Yeah, that is
And the
Yarrow,
dogs
by
have
the way.
Garo.
Yeah. That's right. Spec did pass by the Dodongos, but Boo has them. See, Transformation Fairy, just a red rupee.
Now, has Spec seen the clock tower roof when I see yet?
Do not believe Spec has been in that part of Termina Field. It is that northeast Gossip Stone. Sometimes it's missed. I think having Goron on hand is gonna make that a lot easier to route in. But we'll see if Spec starts thinking about cows. Yes. Hook was on Stone Tower map purchase off of Tingle here in Great Bay Coast. One of the 2-star items in Great Bay Coast. There's also a Goron on Labfish. Boo in hot pursuit of those 2 items now. That's right, chat. There's going to be a song on the clock tower roof. It's going to lead to... It is going to be required for progression. It is going to either lead to a 2-star item or... Otherwise, you know, maybe... No, I actually don't see how it couldn't be a 2-star item at this point.
Watch it be storms on Clock Tower roof. That would be incredible.
What a way for grand finals to come out.
With a required Pamela. West Clockton has 2 important items. We found a bow. And what else did we find in West Clocktown?
Spec gonna entertain the cows.
Mirror shield.
Mirror. What a thing to have in your rudder. Blue rupee. Meanwhile, Boo has Goron and now has Night 1, Cycle 1 cows available to her if she wishes. It was song item from cows. And remember, that Garo mask on Dodongos, Spec's got to pick that up and would have lower Icona access at that point. We're still needing ice to get up to upper Icona, logically. Spec going ahead to day 2 here. Getting the usual day 3 visit out of the ranch visit out of the way.
Ranch sisters are dead. Woodfall Temple is still dead.
Yes, by my count, we're missing 1 Foolish Hint and 3 Always Hints.
Yes. So we have Clock Tower Roof is 1 IC, Great Bay Coast is 3 IC, West Clockdown is 2 IC, and Woodfall Temple is Foolish, Akana Graveyard is Foolish except Song, and for our Always Hints, Boat Archery, Gossips, Beavers, Ranch Sisters, and Woodfall Great Fairy are all dead. And we found Sniffa!
Sniffa on the Bomber Kids.
And Spec just saw the Clock Tower Roof repeat.
Okay. So the repeat was located there in Road to Southern Swamp. Helpful for Spec. So Spec might end up wanting to go to North Terminal Field anyway to visit the Dongos for Garros. I do think Spec has a day 2 swamp trip on the mind of that starting red potion. I think Boo saw CTR first in Northeast Terminal Field.
Yes. Now, do you have until, like, was it 2:15 to do cows?
I heard it does close a little earlier once Romani leaves.
I think once Romani enters the barn.
Oh, enters, yes. Well, the mirror was in an utterly surprising place.
Truly.
Inside a cow. Swamp Archery, just a purple rupee. Those are not in short supply around Swamp Archery, that's for sure.
And there's the mirror shield.
It can keep Link very healthy if he uses it properly.
I mean, it did come from a cow.
Yeah, the secrets of Termina manufacturing revealed to us as we speak on the CSR stream. I mean, in the north they have a traditional smithy, but at Romani Ranch, no such luck. You have to get more creative.
Goron Reese has a non-required magic bean.
Imagine if that were required.
I think everyone would be doing a Deku Palace out of logic for that one.
It's one excellent reason to go out of Logic Palace. It looked even more excellent when we had that GBC IC3 unresolved, but with only one IC left there, you have to suspect Baby Zora's there. Yeah, I tend to pick up those bushes occasionally when trying to target Kotake and get her down.
Then just throw it at her.
I do it more than I care to admit. I think it's just Bow in West Clock Time right now. It's an IC2. So something else interesting is there, we're just not sure what. We haven't seen Bank 1 or any other banks. We're going to investigate our big bomb bag purchase. Moon's Tear.
Ooh, Moonsteer, that could be important. That could be the other IC.
You need 25 more. It's going to deposit first, get bank 1. Picto.
Oh, that's probably the other IC for back of swamp access or something.
It could be important to help get you back in.
But you never know, this Moonsteer turning could be something like Great Fairy Sword, so...
Yeah, Boo opting to play it safe, invest 90. You already have bank 1, so it's not too painful of an investment.
And there's a big chest on the day 3 Clocktown pillar.
Huh. Well, Hookshot will get you there nicely. Spec withdrawing 50, might want to double back and withdraw a bit more. Oh no, he's getting a new keg.
I like the play, especially if you're gonna head on north.
Yes, Spec does know about the Gilded Chest in Bomber's Hideout, and the keg's a way to break it open for you.
Out of logic, but still a good use of resources.
Moon's Tear, just a piece of heart. Spec gonna check it
Yeah.
anyway, too.
It's looking more and more likely it's that pictograph box for the IC. Garo was on the Dongos. To answer the question from chat.
Yeah, Boo has it. Spec does not. Meanwhile, Spec has magic from Observatory, and Boo does not.
So far, I don't think the magic has been of any consequence in quite yet.
Not quite yet. It does put some checks up north on the table, and does put north in general on the table.
Zora
Alrighty.
Mask?
That's a good find.
So that doesn't mean that Deku has to be Zora locked because we know the Moon's tier is likely 0-star, right?
I'd say there's a decent chance it's Zora locked. I think we're more likely to have a pictograph box be 1-star for Swamp Axis than we are to have Moon's tier be important for alternate Zora. Logic reduction does weird things though, so when in doubt, just do the checks, I think is my philosophy, having seen enough Season 6.
You know, I think we found a heart container on Spec side for a treasure chest minigame.
There are worse things to find in a big gilded chest.
Like the Bomber's Notebook.
Yeah, that's actual time loss. Yeah, it was Picto in Bank 1 and Moon's tier on Big Bomb Bag purchase. We actually haven't... Yeah, we haven't used the hook besides for Zora.
I think Spec might show us what Larry has. Larry being the business scrub in this grotto.
We can't patronize Larry without a wallet, but we can peek him.
Magic! Both magics locked behind doing observatory.
Hard required observatory. Pay homage to the stars, everybody, if you want to win grand finals. Second above ground, Dodongo KO from Boo, making the most of those 50 rupee drops. Something up here.
Small gilded. The worst chest to be up there. The small gilded. Extremely hard to hook shot from down here. Fisherman's game has a not required all knights mask. Nice frog.
It's our first frog of the seed. Fisherman game, the 7th, always into the seed, only one left out there.
I think Hugo had a silver rupee.
Boo will have the owl. Not have magic though. Will not have bombs.
It'll be unfortunate for Hot Spring Water Grotto. And
Yeah,
for
that-
Elder
okay.
Goron.
And for Elder Goron, for Keg Trial.
Oh, and Keg Trial.
Yeah, Spec did get the Northeast Termina Gossip Stone, but he's leaving behind the Dongos. And their Gyro's Mask.
We'll see when he gets back to around there, because you could probably route it in with the Termina Field Zora checks, but it'll be a hard reroute for Dodongos. Or Kamaro would bring him back to that area.
Yeah, the longer this goes, the more troublesome this gets. Especially if North has something else for Spec.
I mean, North could just have Gibdo somewhere or something.
But good, yes.
Did Spec use the keg that he bought?
Don't believe so.
Maybe saving it for Lens Cave.
Yeah, Lens Cave can be peeked inside the rock, so if it's gilded, then you can commit to your keg.
It's brown. Nothing in Lens Cave. Watch our last foolish be Goron Village has 0 important items or something.
Even so, our runners have to talk to the Elder Goron, or to Baby Goron instead of Elder Goron. So Boo does have that going for her at least. If nothing ends up here, she won't be punished. Yeah, Boo taking a picture of Tingle on the way up north. Gonna cash it in at the contest. Nice thinking there.
Got some dangerous milk on the keg challenge.
It's very dangerous. We can't let you use milk unless you carry these
These bombs.
high-octane explosive materials halfway around the mountain. Amazing. I've bought milk for years and years at the grocery store, but nobody ever tested me to see if I could have it. Back doing the peak here. It's Boo's first visit to Swordsman School.
Yeah, I think it's always good to full clear if you're not sure if an item fulfills the IC, so that it makes sense to do Swordsman School.
Also gonna have to do eggs for real. Fairies are fairies. Figuring out what to do with the last few moments of Cycle 1. Spec gonna pick Zora Cave. We have a good package for that. Hook, bow, Goron to punch the rock.
There's one big gilded chest in the cave.
Boo's still on day 2. Taking her time. He is gonna lose out on Zora until that day ticks over though.
I think we got a small gilded on the other cave chest.
Spec interested in inverting here. Planning to do more. It was blisteringly fast for a chess minigame. Wait, that was room key for Spec. A little awkward.
a-
Midnight meeting now, and possibly in Logic if Cafe shows up.
That's a bomb bag, I think. On
Oh.
Lake.
It is. And the forward for Boo. With usable fire arrows in hand, Spec will be able to clear most of Zora Hall as well. That includes a good Lulu photo. That's right, chat. Lens Cave was as quiet could be. We will be able to proceed up to the east thanks to that Garo on the Dongos. Spec remembering Lulu photo.
Nothing on Lulu photo. I think it's just pictograph box for backup swamp access.
I think so.
I mean, there's nothing that would point against that, right?
There's no counterindication there, no. And we have Zora.
Fear Zero
could go.
pictograph box, so...
Yeah. Yeah, we can actually move around a bit. Near Swamp Spider House Grotto is in play, for instance. I mean, if the 8th always hand is Swamp Spider House, it's possible. You'd think we'd be seeing the hint by now if it were so. Yeah, logic doesn't actually count Goron as a way to go through Poison Swamp. Funny enough. I think probably because you have trouble climbing out.
I mean, for Poison Water itself, you can go through as Goron. It's just for the Grotto and for Swamp Spider House, you need either Deku or Zora. In combination with Goron.
Yeah, nothing special in the hole for Spec. Spec almost taking a picture of the Wolfos there. I don't think there's any prizes for that.
Unfortunately, no. I mean, if the Wolfos was in the swamp, then it might count as a picture of the swamp.
Yeah, where's Terminus Snap, Nintendo?
Might need the Actorizer rando for that. I mean, you could just take the boat ride. Maybe you can find like the Wolfos randomized with like the frog or something.
Give him a picture of an iron knuckle in the swamp. Yep. Boo skipping right to Night 3. Has Zora in hand now. And that near Swamp Spider House Grotto awarding a land title deed. Spec gonna go ahead and turn that in. We still have that letter to Mama on hand, and that's gonna be toilet paper. So Spec's free to turn in this land title deed without much worry.
Unless if it turns out this is Cafe's mask. That is almost Cafe's mask. Just Camaro.
Starts with K, has time of day restrictions. Camaro a bit more forgiving though, I would say.
I don't think the Camaro mask can lead to anything though. I'm pretty sure it has to be bow and pictograph box, with the bow being 2-star. Because Picto is back of swamp access, regardless if you have Zora or a bottle or anything.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, Zora alone could do it. I don't know if logic reduction would kick in there or not.
I think if I was racing this, I would still probably do West Clocktown checks, though. Just to make sure.
Yeah, I would have. If I were in the hot seat for grand finals, I would have a lot of trouble passing up that Rosa's Sisters. Because there's no way I'd be able to work out the logic reduction in the middle of a grand finals race.
No.
Alright, so Spec is gonna... Well, doesn't need to cash in the keg anymore, has proper bombs.
Meanwhile, Boo about to pick up her bombs.
Ah.
You're never gonna say no to Great Fairy Sword.
That's a pretty packed hideout and observatory combo.
Great Fairy Sword, magic, and magic.
Boo will have bombs too when she goes there. So I don't think Spec went back to Hot Spring Water Grotto, did he?
No.
Didn't have the bombs at that time.
No, we have not seen any Twin Islands checks except for Tingle. I mean, it makes sense that Spec didn't go back with a keg. I mean, you have to go back to Twin Islands. Bail out Gibdo Mask!
Wow. Good find for Spec. No need for those Dodongos now.
But Spec can now combine pretty much all the remaining checks for Twin Islands in the winter.
Whoa.
Cafe's mask right after turning in letter to Mama for toilet paper.
Wow.
Spec got a laugh out of that one.
Yeah, and the room key tells us that that's in logic.
That's true, for Midnight Meeting or for Manamaroma and Bar. Nothing on All Night's mask purchase.
Yeah, it probably is that pick though. Chat points out that Land Title Deed is behind, is sitting there in Swamp, and with the Gibdo on Toilet Hand, paper should be 1 star. Would I stake my grand finals on that conclusion? I don't think I would.
I don't think I would either. And also, I think logic reduction right now works kind of wonky when it comes to Toilet Hand and Sphere Zero paper specifically, and we know that letter to Mama was Sphere Zero.
It was...
I mean, I would think that the land title deed will be 1 star for Toilet Hand, but I have had a case where I find paper that wasn't locked by any other paper not be 1 star for Toilet Hand, with Toilet Hand required, so...
Yeah, we have Toilet Hand and Pictograph Box tangled up all together.
Just don't think about it. As a runner, just don't think about it.
I think, yeah, it's all our worst fears tangled up together in a 2IC. By keeping this cycle going, Baba Grotto off the table.
So, what do you think we're gonna find on Skull Kid? What song are we gonna get?
I'm thinking Lullaby.
That is a good guess. We do have all of our equipment to do Snowhead Temple.
I mean, if the Seed hates our runners, it's going to be healing. If the Seed wants to surprise our runners, it's going to be something else.
If the Seed loves chat, it'll be Storms.
Makes sense. until we find a wallet that is theoretically usable. I was trying to think of a word more descriptive than usable, but I mean, it's sense in the grand finals. I think a certain amount of hesitation is warranted. And there's the observatory trip for Boo. You will have magic soon.
New wave. Huh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Neither you nor I called that one.
It would have been crazy if we had a required Fisherman's game. Because then that would be why New Wave would be 2 stars, but a Fisherman's game is a not required All Knight's Mask.
It does grant us an accessible dungeon. I just called the wrong dungeon. It'd
But
be
what
a
are we
dip,
gonna
though.
find in the dungeon?
It would be a dip into GBT hoping for ice arrows. I mean, other prospects at this point are 2 bottle eggs. You've got the full PF open. You've got PR open.
Dugor and Elder.
And that too. And now Boo, also able to go up Goron Elder, take care of those remaining northern checks. Our runners have bombs and usable fire arrows now, both of them. Spec starting off cycle 2, doubling the night 1 makes sense, wants to start off midnight meeting. There's a couple angles you can play here. You do know that that new wave is going to lead to at least 1 required item. Still on the docket, we have Deku, Ice, Lights, potentially Captains, depending on how Shulk shake out.
I hope Captain's is on Pamela.
Not too
Could
late.
be.
We could have Deku on Pamela. We could have Lights on Pamela.
Just can't have ice on Pamela.
Spec's got a bit of a breather to do some thinking here as the Rosa Sisters dance resolves.
Meanwhile, Boo picking up her Great Fairy Sword.
She might have gone into Observatory the back way.
She did, but she didn't go through the back way. She just came around to the front entrance after picking up magic.
Spec remembering that silver regrab. Go ahead and get bank up to 344. If a wallet shows up, that puts Spec 1 deposit away from bank 2. I wonder if Spec's suspecting bank for some reason.
Don't think he believes in the pictograph box. 1 star.
That would be a very good reason to suspect bank. Bank looking to make an east play. Some western work, some northern cleanup. Spec goes east. Now remember, Icona Graveyard is foolish except for the song. So this is just straight up to Icona Canyon. One logical check for Spec on this route. And I don't think Spec didn't buy a keg to set up Keg Castle right away, did he?
No. That is... Well, I mean, it's not in logic, but it's in play out of logic.
Boo starting her cycle 2 up north.
Makes sense. You can finish up Winter Spring, Twin Islands. Do keg trial.
Mountain Village is a pretty great place to refill at the start of cycle 2.
That too.
The quickest, yeah, probably the quickest refill available to our runners right now. I think Boo had the Icona Owl, but not much else logical in Icona. But there's plenty to be done here up north. A song, a couple checks.
Okay, Goran Elder, what song do we got today?
I think a lullaby here would be really interesting. Then you have 2 open dungeons.
You know what's gonna be is we're gonna get like Snowhead Temple is Foolish Except Song. But we're only gonna find those hints in springtime.
Oh. You're glad you did it.
We could have, you know, another dungeon be Foolish Except Song, and that would mean that Sonata is most likely on Boss Blue Wart.
I think that would be the most natural way to have a Foolish Except Song pop up as a third Foolish.
It's either that or it's going to be Storms on Boss Blue Wart for Deku Mask on Pamela. That could also make Woodfall Temple foolish.
But with North taken care of, all signs are pointing to the west. And with that clock tower roof, IC1 giving us New Wave. Something's behind New Wave, and everything that's behind New Wave is in Great Bay Temple.
I think our runners are probably hesitant to go into Great Bay Temple without ice arrows.
It's a very natural hesitation. We do have some partial stray fairies there. Dexahan's Jar. The Water Wheel Room, those logically need ice. Underwater Barrel needs ice arrows. You could turn all the red valves out of logic without ice arrows. Spec going ahead, dialing in an invert. PF is open. PR is open. Clifford's open with a Gossip nearby. I feel like it's a common dilemma, PF versus GPT.
Just bomb chews on the cliff.
Nothing new on the gossip. Spec could start eggs here. Could take 2 eggs out with him. Yes, that's right, chat. Once you've talked to the baby once, no matter what cycle, you can continue with the Elder Goron path.
Oh, big chest. Are the rumors true? Is there always a bottle in Pirate's Fortress? Well, not there. Just a captain's hat, which we do have an important song in Graveyard.
Right, the song is good there. Well, potentially good. Yeah, Spec's invert looking very prescient right now. We have plenty of time to conclude whatever business he wants to do in PF and get back to the graveyard for the song.
And back to Clocktown for Anju. Another gilded chest. Meanwhile, Boo is heading into Great Bay Temple.
No
The classic
kidding.
PF versus GPT.
This could be a very consequential divergence here. It's an awkward chateau. I mean, you can drink it.
Who put the frog in prison?
Oh. Oh.
What are his crimes?
Frog tried to break into the pirate's fortress. I mean, it's full of water. It's the frog's habitat. You'd think frog could coexist peacefully. I don't know. Maybe frog didn't want to be eaten by skeleton fish.
Probably. It was appropriate to find the captain's hat there with all of the skeleton fish around.
Happy 1 hour to you too, GG. Happy 1 hour to everybody. You're watching MMR on ZSR. Season 6 Grand Finals Game 2. Winner take all. Spec versus Boo. Two of the very best facing off here for our entertainment. I'm Fifth Whammy in the booth, here with Katie Bean. We've got Tomotak and GG on tracking, and Tomotak also restreaming for us. Thanks for watching, everybody, now and over the entire season. Been a pleasure having you around.
Yes, and thank you for co-commentating with me.
Thank you, Bean. It's been a pleasure having you in the booth as well. Who else is going to help me figure out IC? Truthfully, I'm not sure anybody ever fully figures out IC.
I don't think I have either. I just know when I do a run, it's interesting looking at the spoiler log afterwards. Anyway, we found a wallet.
That's a wallet,
GPT?
yes.
I don't know what was on the fairy pot by the Dexahans.
Huh. Boo doesn't seem interested. Boo gonna pick up the boss key. Well, Spec picking up a wallet as well. Whoa.
Oh, Boo is interested. Fierce Deity's
Oh,
mask.
yeah.
We love to
That's-
see Big Man Before Remains.
That's a worthy grab. Very well done from Boo, bouncing right up onto the red pipe there. Following immediately up with a bomb. And I believe that is the current speedrun strat for glitchless. Just to bounce right up under that pot. Yeah.
Wow. That that was a
Oh,
really great jump from Boo. Unfortunately fell into the water.
very, very close. Cutting edge tech from Boo there.
You know
She's got a
thing.
GFS reward.
One thing that this new wave could be leading to that we haven't considered yet. Ocean Great Fairy. We still have one always hint available, I believe.
That's correct. It could happen.
And it could be Deku or Lights.
In the meantime, the bees have given us the Great Fairy's mask. Yeah, speak of the Devil Bean. You might want that GFM for, most famously, Snow Temple's Snow Room Bubble. But if Ocean Tidal Deed were to be the 8th always hint somehow, you'd want it for that too. Yeah, we need ice arrows to actually complete the temple in the first place. Which Boo has not seen. We're, I think, the last best logical chance to get them in GBT. But yeah, on Restream we've had dual wallets. One in PFI, upper chest, and one in Great Bay Temple.
One
Boo,
ward down.
do we have? Yeah, do we have it? Vanilla Ice? No. No Vanilla Ice. This is the 2020s, and they don't play that on current radio these days. So the net
whatever-
reward from Boo's trip, yeah, a wallet, right?
Yeah, it's just a wallet, but I don't think that wallet can lead to anything. Because again, I'm pretty sure that Picto has to be the other IC for West Clocktown, so Bank wouldn't be anything. We already went up north. The wallet wouldn't be 2 stars for something like Left Side Well. Because we have Sniffa.
Right. Smithy 1 could happen.
Oh, Smithy 1, that's true. Smithy 1. That is a very good point.
Also something like, expensive milk bar purchase.
That too.
Yeah, the trouble is it wouldn't beat the 2 stars because we can also get a wallet from PFI as well.
Sonata of Awakening off of Graveyard. I think this might be it for Pamela. Unless if Deku is on Pamela.
We're 2 songs away from having all the required songs. It's roughly a 50-50 whether eggs is needed or not. Alright. We remember that Spec took advantage of that silver in the post box to get his bank over 300. So 1 Takuri will award Spec bank 2 here.
There's captains for Boo. Halt. Yeet.
Oh. Meanwhile, bank 2 for Spec. No.
Now that's interest.
But not terrible if you compare to real world interest savings rates. Spec still at A1, reacting on face cam. Did he stop by midnight meeting?
No.
Okay, maybe that's why we got the reaction we did.
Wait, did we find another wallet in PF?
Right, yeah, we had a wallet in PFI and the wallet in GPT. It's a big wallet kerfuffle.
Okay, well, okay. Okay, then the wallets are 1 star then. What? Is that Bremen's?
It looked like Bremen.
But that is not enough to satisfy New Wave being 2 star though. Even
Right.
if Lemons is required. Because
Yes,
that wallet would only be 1 star.
Yeah, if you only need one wallet, then you could always have gotten it via PFI.
Exactly.
So that's the tricky business, unless that Picto is 0 star. Which is, I feel that's unlikely. But I can't definitively say right now on the Grand Final stream that Picto is or isn't foolish. Such is logic reduction. Yeah, we can't rule out the required item being deeper in GBT.
It could be in the Zora water wheel room. It could be the barrel in the seesaw room. I feel like I have never seen a required item there. But that would be ice arrow locked.
Alright, so a quick reminder for chat. Yeah, if it's 2 star, if an item is marked 2 stars, and we call it 2 stars because that's how the spoiler log says that an item is important or not. A 2 star item is something you must get in that specific location in order to beat the seed. And a 1 star item, on the other hand, is something that could help you beat the seed. But there's an alternative. You could always get something else instead. Spec is getting midnight meeting. This is in logic. We did find a key on a previous cycle. Just making use of clever Zora maneuvering. Get in the inn. Get to Anju.
Piece of hot.
Shouldn't Anju be saving that for Cafe?
I think it would be more worrying if it was a heart container.
Spec doubling? Is this to soar back, pick up the Bremen mask?
I mean, we haven't seen any East Clocktown minigames besides Treasure Chest minigame. Could be our answer here, too.
That's true. We still have Honey and Darling. We still have Town Archery.
So what else do we have left? We have Bremen's.
This is there. The runners cleaned up Southern Swamp pretty well. I mean,
And
Don Jarrow could still show up, but it isn't here yet.
we just have East Clocktown minigames, Madame Aroma and Bar, and Bremen's.
Yeah. Ocean Spider House chest is in logic now, and would be part of the Great Bay Coast IC. Thanks to that captain's hat, it's in logic now. Who's he's the
Another
frog
look
in
at-
jail now?
Yes, another look at the frog in jail. We still have PR, so.
Yeah, PR, 2 checks. Well, unfortunately, the frog has no logical or progression value.
We just have to
It's
wait
just a
for the
frog.
new win condition of Frog Choir. Get all 4 frogs in one cycle, and then go to springtime.
Well, if frog wire checks enabled, that can happen.
It's not town archery either.
So there go East Clocktown minigames. Swamp archery also spoken for earlier in the seed.
I thought Boo was about to go do Ocean Spider House chest, but then she turned right around for PR.
We're hoping to see a 3rd bottle in PR. Otherwise, our runners will have to visit it again. Yep,
think-
that's correct, chat. It is vanilla eggs.
I think doing Ocean Spider House chest maybe after a dip into PR would be a good play. Because what if it is just Ocean Spider House chest? What if it's just Ocean Spider House day 1 and we just don't have the hint? I mean, I think at this point, unless if we find Ocean title deeds somewhere, then the both hints would have to be in springtime or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we haven't seen Swamp Spider House's Gossip Stone either.
No,
I
we
don't think our
haven't.
runners are going to go for that anytime soon. We are missing the 3rd Foolish as well.
That's what you don't want to see in Pinnacle
Oh.
Rock. Milk.
I believe you can drink it. If
You can, but it's just time lost milk.
It's time lost milk.
Salty milk.
Yep, just taking the cap off the bottle before drinking it. Letting all the water in. Unfortunately, it wasn't a bottle, it was just milk. And I think Spec's gonna run into the same issue here.
It looks like a big gilded behind this eel. Salty milk is the Chateau Marani.
Oh!
King of Chateau Marani. We got milk and the cow mask in PR.
The Pinnacle Rock Eels have become spokespeople for the Termina dairy industry.
They are the public relations.
Spec seeing that, immediately dialing in a double. Maybe an actorizer they can swim.
Do you ever just wonder how the cows in Great Bay Coast got there? Like, were they airlifted to that grotto?
There was a tragic shipwreck. Also an inexplicable shipwreck. I don't know how the cows, get flung through the air, above sea level and land in a perfectly dug grotto with plenty of grass to sustain bovine life. Huh. I'm just gonna take Cube David's explanation from chat. Aliens are the cow delivery service of Termina.
True. And an excellent bomb tube bowling from Boo, showcasing some really crazy strats for bomb tube bowling.
Excellent aim.
I think she jumped off the platform and did like a recoil back to hit one of the targets.
Yeah. Boo not even dropping off the eggs, just gonna head right on over to the graveyard. I mean, you know it's foolish except song, so you're not getting anything to put in the bottles.
As a reminder, for all we know, all the other bottles could be Goron locked, and would therefore be 0 stars, since the Goron was found on Labfish, which was bottle locked.
That's true. That's true, I believe they would be 0 star in that instance. Oh, you missed priceless jokes about the Termina dairy industry, Tomotalk. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing critical has happened in the race yet.
Yeah, I think both runners are retracing each other's steps.
I mean, cows are very important. We couldn't have infinite magic without them. Yeah, Boo's gonna secure Sonata here, which offers no immediate progression. Spec
Not
taking
even
care
for
of business
Kita.
Spec. Not even for Kita. Kita is foolish. Had to have been to end up stuck in the ground like that.
Still
Now,
think
the grape-
Ocean Spider House chest would be a good play to do right about now for both runners.
It costs about 2 minutes. Odds are it's not it, but if it is it, you save a bunch of time on eggs and jump on, jump far ahead.
Exactly, because so far, Spec has done one additional dip of PF. Boo has only done one dip of both PF and PR, and is now making a second dip.
Yeah, Spec will have to make one more PR visit after this. And Boo, I think, will have to make one more PF visit. But, yeah, remember, all the egg song needs to be is just 1 star, and we fulfilled the IC just fine. Since we had Hook and Goron there, those are both guaranteed 2 stars in their position. Both runners also looking to burn time until 10 p.m. when the milk bar opens, and
Yes.
its picks become available.
I think Boo is inverted though.
I think you're right on that. Boo's timer progressing very slowly. Aroma and Bar also waiting in the shadows of the milk bar.
Unfortunately, you cannot combine both. Actually, wait, no, you can. Never mind. I was thinking of sound check. Never mind.
Oh. Yeah, we're still waiting on Deku for sound check. Really have a moment's quiet in the stream at this point. Both runners are fulfilling their egg obligations.
But I think this is Spec's last egg. We will soon see if it was all worth it.
I think the most compelling progression is a Goron Lullaby right here, pushing you immediately into Snowhead. If it's Elegy, you gotta wait a little more for that. If it's Healing or Storms... Oh.
If it's healing, don't do Macau.
Lullaby.
Okay, so no Ocean Spider House, chest, no Macau.
That does conclude our Great Bay Coast IC3. Lullaby, Goron, Hook. I think the biggest remaining deviance is Boo dipped, Great Bay Temple, Spec did not.
Yes. I mean, either way, Spec will still need to do what Boo did in Great Bay Temple anyway. Since there is a 2-star item in there, you just don't know what it is.
That's true. The main time save there would be by not having to go back in.
Exactly. That might actually be why Boo might be inverted, was because she already did all of the red valves in Great Bay Temple. She probably wants to find ice arrows so that she doesn't have to set all of that up again.
That's right. Boo really wants to avoid cycling here. Alright. Light arrows for Spec.
arrows. Do we have the classic ice arrows are just in shrine all along?
Shrine's open now. Yeah, Spec can clear the dungeon, and I think that's what we're gonna see.
So, I think finding light arrows here has now killed off the chances for Pamela, unfortunately, because Deku has to be in Great Bay Temple now.
I think you're right about that. Since we tried for ice in Great Bay Temple, did not find it. Boo didn't find it. Everything else in Great Bay Temple locked by ice, so it's gotta be Deku or lead to Deku. And there we have it, ice.
I can shock over that one.
That might well be no mode. If we're reading the CTRIC correctly, and I think we are. We're also on the trail. So Boo has done many of the checks in Great Bay Temple already.
I think Spec is putting together whether or not he has to do any more checks.
Spec is going to take care of this wizard up here.
Yeah, I think at this point, yeah, it's Deku and GBT. Unless if, like I said, we could still have Ocean Great Fairy as Deku Mask.
That would
be worthy of grands.
the one unhinted item outside of Great Bay Temple that would be locked by New Wave in these settings.
That was Boo's light arrows. So the real question is, where is Elegy? Is it gonna be... Is Elegy gonna be in Deku Palace, or is Elegy gonna be on Vanilla on Egos? It's not gonna be on Boss Blue Warp.
Most likely not. We got our mirror from a cow, of all places. Spec looking to farm rupees here. A variant on Ino rupee farming. Usually this is done in Termina Field at night, but there's enough population here to get a full wallet.
We'll see if Boo has pieced together that Deku has to be in... Yeah, I think Boo knows that she's in some sort of no-mode situation.
Yeah, Boo is declining to do Wizard up here. Not bothering to peek Snow Room Bubble. There's going to be a boss key in the boss key chest. Both runners are going to do that. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Close on the timing. Off by a little bit. Yeah, thankfully they've got Zora to reset here. Snow at Temple Tech is a little more harrowing if you just got Goron on your transformation menu. Nice wizard from Spec, there's the key. So it does seem that that Picto box in West Clocktown was 1 star after all.
Yes.
I think given what we know on stream, Zoe, we can get away with not checking anything in springtime. The question is, do the runners know that? And, you know, they've done a lot of the same checks leading up to this. Not much deviance except for Boo's dip into GBT earlier.
Really, the worst thing that they could find in Great Bay Temple at this point is Danjaro's mask. That's it. That is the single worst item that our runners could find. That or gold dust if they don't keep time of day.
Both runners still on day 2. Well, Spec on day 2, Boo on day 1.
Spec might be in trouble if it's gold dust. Spec is on night 2 at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Spec makes it through all of GBT before that clock ticks over to day 3. Huh. Spec may have, actually.
Spec did do the fire arrow not Gibdo, Wizrobe.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Boo is pipped ahead to Goat. You know, Spec did full clear the rest of Snowhead Temple. Boo hurried right to Goat. Little differences like that may very well decide this race. But Spec takes out Goat first. Well done with the bomb and GFS combo.
Who just found the lightning that cannot hit me here spot.
Oh, Boss Blue Whip is Storms. So we've got Deku Palace and Egos to contend with now for the location of Elegy. Spec skips Springtime, soars right to GBT. Who finishes Snowhead Temple.
Okay, but imagine if it's Ocean Great Fairy. Just imagine.
Unhinted Ocean Great Fairy. Well, it would be hinted.
Hints in Springtime.
It could be right there on the Gossips in Springtime.
The
I mean, I
chances
think
are
if
it's
you
like
cleared
Deku on Goat or something.
something like that.
Not Goat. George.
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 George of the Ocean.
This is going to be a tight race. Although I do think Boo has the advantage of having already dipped GBT. Does not need to do most of GBT, as she's already done it.
She's already turned some valves.
Exactly, she just has to go turn that green valve, and then reverse the water flow.
Just keep an eye on these runners' execution. The cream of the crop, 32 competitors in the bracket down to 2. These two, who have
I think
played
they were
at
also
the
top
highest
2
level before.
seeds.
They were. Each of them won 3 qualifiers.
That's impressive.
Really impressive. We only had 16 qualifiers, and 6 of them went to the runners you are seeing right now.
I can't think of more tense music to have for GBT on Boo's side.
Spec has the Snowhead Temple music in GPT, of all things.
Both runners making mincemeat out of GBT.
Ah. That's an 8 recoil from Boo there. Spec has to turn the valves, Boo does not. Has already reversed the direction of the water, and this is where Boo takes the lead. Oh. It's a missed iceless water wheel attempt from Boo. She's just gonna play it safe.
There is still the possibility of GPT Frog having Deku.
And yeah, and the frog being, and the Donjeros being elsewhere. If that's the case,
We could have something silly like Donjero is in Stone Tower or something, and Egos is Elegy. This room is not being nice to Boo.
Deku on bank 3.
I think
it's not impossible.
I think unless if a 0-star Picto isn't 1-star for back of Swamp access.
Yeah, the Picto would have to be foolish in that instance, but
I would be very curious to see what the spoiler log looks like. I hope it's here in this barrel. It's just Stone Mask. I swear I've never seen an important item in that barrel.
I mean, that could actually help you in Deku Palace.
If it's required. So, is Deku on ward, or are we missing something? If it's not Deku on ward, Spec is going to be very confused.
Oh,
I mean, we're all
do
going to be
ward.
confused, but Spec is going to think it's wart.
Yeah, if something very weird happens, Spec would have to go back and do ward. Boo did do ward. Ward didn't have anything. I think, yeah, the Doomsday scenario right now is Frog in Great Bay Temple having the required item. Either that or an always hinted Ocean Great Fairy, with both hints being in springtime, or Swamp Spider House Chest, or something awful like that.
Spec also skipping the barrel.
Yeah, that Gilded Chest there, just a stray fairy. The Verona's gonna skip that. Now, here's a critical distinguishing factor here. Boo has FD. It was in a pot. Here in GPT. The Dexan pot. Spec skipped that.
That is huge, actually, right now. Oh,
Oh,
Spec
did
also
Spec
grabbed
picked
it?
Up? Spec picked it
Oh,
up?
okay.
Okay.
And Boo is the first to see George. I guess one difference between our runners, Spec has Chateau, Boo does not. I mean, we could have Donjeros on George.
In which case you have to go back and do, I mean, not too big of a lift. You've got GFS, you've got Ice at this point. Spec setting time of day right now.
Unless if this is Gold Dust. If it's Gold Dust, Spec will be in trouble.
Here's George.
What is it? Couples
Couples
mask. That is also bad for Spec. Spec has to cycle now.
Indeed. The office closes at 6 p.m. on night 3. Spec must cycle.
Meanwhile, Boo can just make it night 2.
Second remains for Boo.
I mean...
George down for Spec.
But
Spec
can't
closing.
I can't
Covering
can't
his
bear to
face with his
look.
face cam. I don't know if he'll like this. That's a tough thing to see. Spec soaring.
I don't think Specs realized that they're not there in Night 3. Or maybe he has. Okay, what's it gonna be?
There's Boo. It is Deku.
That is pretty much go mode. It's just a coin flip between Egos and Deku Palace. I'd say Deku Palace first and then Egos. If it's healing on Deku Palace. But right now it is Boo's race to lose.
Spec must cycle.
What's
Spec.
doing?
Spec's choosing to play for bank 3.
Oh, that's true. He did find another wallet.
Yeah. There was a wallet in GPT, remember, and Spec's doubtful about the 1-star on Picto, and I can't really blame him there. Playing to his outs. Meanwhile, Boo playing to Deku Palace. And what an excellent display of tech there from Boo. I would have needed that stone mask there to save some time. But, I'm not Boo. Clean, clean, clean.
Gotta love the Sword Valley music on Boo's side.
That
Egos
was
is the
healing.
answer.
Yeah, Boo gonna go ahead and follow through. Neither runner had Deku at this point, so they gotta go to Woodfall. She'll take care of the dungeon. And save Egos for Night 3. She does
Pretty
have
much.
the Icon Owl.
Pretty much the only way Spec can come back from this is if he avoids Deku Palace. Or if Boo does not forward soon. I'd say as soon as you enter Woodfall Temple, you kind of want to advance time.
Yeah, the only time of day restriction left for Boo is that midnight at Night 3 clock tower.
I don't think she's inverted anymore.
Yeah, I think her clock is moving at normal pace. There's Deku for Spec. Yep. Elegy by process of elimination is vanilla
got-
on Egos.
We got Vanillogy and Vanillegs.
Boo declining to double as she makes the long shot for the fire arrow torch to open the door to $1.
Spec is ignoring Deku Palace and is gaining a little bit of time right now.
Yeah, I mean, from the runner's perspective, there's no real reason to go for or against either palace or castle. It's essentially a 50-50.
Oh, that was a clean gecko kill on Boo's side. Clean.
Wow. Excellent work.
She even got the pot in the boss key room.
You know, at the highest levels of competition, these are the little edges you squeak out. No, I mean, these two are no stranger to the end of tourney heights. You know, Specs won the tourney once. He's been third place twice. They've both been here before, and you know, it's those tech investments like that. You know, that's what helps you secure the repeated visits to the upper echelons.
And I think both runners will be fine for time of day. They still have to do egos. That with the Stone Tower Temple climb and Stone Tower Temple, I think that should be enough to get to midnight.
Should be, especially since Boo is getting her doubles in now.
Yeah.
Yep. Chat's correct, by the way. You can do the monkey after doing Woodfall Temple. Just don't turn in the princess.
Oh look, it's an empty boss room.
Ah. The mini-boss of Woodfall Temple has been defeated. I mean, the Gecko didn't put that much better of a fight against Boo, to be fair. Now Spec is doing doubles. Be soaring to Iconic Canyon? Yes, indeed. I believe Spec has hit that owl as well.
Boo. You need elegy.
Oh. There's a reflex to do Stone Tower Temple first because you get dropped off right outside, but who's gonna learn right now? It's grand finals. I mean, even Boo's feeling it now. Both of these players, multi-year veterans of the MMR main tournament. And, you know, being here at the very end of it all, nerve-wracking even to them, I'm sure. There we are, Spec improvising with spin attacks to take it all down. Deku Soldier time. Oh, GFS time.
For those of you who don't know, Deku Bubbles deal as much damage to Egos as the Great Fairy Sword.
Yeah. Boo making one heck of a case for the GFS there, though. Look at those crouch stabs, followed up by a spin attack. Drops Egos right off in the light. To be turned into an elegy, that is official go. And indeed, Spec is going back to Deku Palace now, which you can do after Woodfall Temple.
I think the only song you're locked out of by completing temples is Goron Elder. And Baby Goron if you have that one on instead.
Also true.
Just again, don't bring the Deku Princess home.
Now, in certain settings, it is possible to drop the Deku Princess off before clearing Woodfall Temple. I think the monkey does get closed off after that. I'm not sure.
I think so. You bring the Deku Princess to the moon. You're right, you're right. The moon is her home now.
Oh, I think Deku Princess is gonna stay in her cell, just like the frog.
Yeah, that's the new win condition. Get Frog Choir and the Deku Princess to enjoy the Frog Choir.
Before out the Deku Princess and the frog comes out.
It's like you can't wait for the updated Gibdos in the Well where they could ask for the Deku Princess instead of, you know, their usual things.
Wasn't there the Disney movie about the princess that turns into a frog?
The Princess and the Frog?
Yes, that one. I'm not sure how I forgot that title, but yeah, maybe the Deku Princess wants to be a frog.
That'll be the name of the win condition category, the Princess and the Frog.
Spec secures elegy. Official go for Spec as well. Just gonna be a few minutes ahead in the end.
Now, I don't think there's enough time for this to be a sub 2 hour, but it'll be very close to 2 hours.
An inspiring dismantling of the Season 6 seed, and one of the faster runs to be sure. Zygor? Yeah, Boo's time of day will line up very nicely with Majora.
It's a great mini boss battle music.
Oh. Gomez might have wished he was in the peaceful observatory instead of being beaten up by a kid with a big sword in a dungeon.
Yes, Boo truly putting the go in Gomez.
That line was used yesterday, if I remember right, and it hasn't gotten old. Oh, the Link elegy just getting run over by a boulder. Better that than Spec. Yeah, both runners having plenty of health to their name. 8 hearts versus 9 hearts.
I was gonna say, both of our runners have pretty much the same equipment.
Never
No one
found
has a
lens.
chateau, no one has double defense. Both have FD.
Yeah, Spec had to cycle that chateau away. I mean, it would have been a very, very close race in the end. That fateful time of day setup and just before George forced the cycle from Spec.
Nice side hop off the ledge from Spec to respawn.
It's, you know, it might be quicker than just waiting to jump across to the side of the face and then hook up that way. I'm sure if Spec's doing it, it is quicker.
That's one twin mold down.
FD in hand now. Plenty of health. The remaining bosses are not going to have a lot of opportunity to get in the way.
And the clock is past midnight for both runners. Interesting. Boo is opting for arrows.
Lean in to get one more arrow off just before it descends under the sand again.
Very
Nice shield
nice.
from Boo. Happy 2 hours. For the last time this season, you are watching MMR on ZSR1. Season 6 Grand Finals between Spec and Boo coming to a close very shortly. I'm Fifth Whammy here in the commentator booth with Katie Bean. Very glad to have helped bring you this tournament. Throughout all of it, really. It's been going since August in one form or another. And thank you to Tomotalk and Gigi, dedicated trackers and restream work from Tomotalk as well. And thanks, chat, for following along with us. It's been a pleasure.
Indeed it has, and thank you for co-commentating with me. Also, I think we found the crying mask off of Twin Mold.
Oh. Crying Mask will actually line up somewhat unfortunately for Spec here. It was at Majora now. Simultaneous boss intro cutscenes. There's just a boss ahead.
Great final hours music on Boo's side. The Paper Mario battle theme.
Majora might as well be made of paper here.
with how Big Man is gonna rip Majora into shreds.
Yeah. Creepy Castle, if I remember, it had a cutout boss. Simultaneous phase completion. Goes Incarnation. It's just Raph now. After 16 qualifiers and 62 races in Season 6. We're going to close it out now.
And that's it! GG's to Boo, our Season 6 champion with a time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 24 seconds to take it home.
Boo, you are the Season 6 main tournament champion. Congratulations. Boo is in chat joining on the GG's. Well deserved, you have earned it. Well done. Well done. What a journey this season has been. Spec going to finish out. You know, I think even without the couples mask forced cycle, Boo takes it very narrowly.
It certainly would have been a nail biter if Spec didn't need to recycle.
Yeah, I mean, what an effort from both these runners, really. I Spec's on track to finish within 3 minutes or so, ish.
Yes, probably a sub 209 or sub 210. Yes, both runners had excellent execution today. It was such a joy to see them both racing.
Jorah will go down quite swiftly, the Spec here. And the whole seed went down to these two. Yeah, not a super complicated seed in the end, really.
I mean,
question, yeah.
Let's not
When do you make
forget,
go to the...
we did have some utter shenanigans for that mirror shield.
Oh yeah, yeah. Required cow for grand final. We did have that questionable IC in West Parktown. Look at those jump slashes. Well done,
And
Spec.
GG's to Spec.
GG.
Welcome in, GG Spec.
Good man.
Thank you,
Great
thank
effort.
you.
Great effort.
I just realized that the delay finished on OBS, 3 minutes after the race finished, because I completed my run. I gained control of the computer back. It just froze out of nowhere.
Oh, would it really be streaming if we didn't have hiccups every now and then?
Yeah, I just choked. I just choked. And by the time, whatever the hell I did in Snowhead Temple, there wasn't a single route in the world that would be, on par with what I was doing up until that point. So it was so over. I clearly misread the West Clock Town importance, because it's like one of the few items I didn't write down, just so silly. Or maybe I did write it down, but I didn't look at that part of the tracker. Just the Picto Box bait, I never even considered it. I was looking at the Moon's Tier, and I just overthought it so much. Like, okay, and it affected a few things that I did too, because when I was deciding to finish eggs or whatever, I'm like, if this Moon's Tier has importance, Deku Mask has to be like out there on one of the 3 minigames I didn't do. So for it to be like a valid way to get Zora. Otherwise, if it's locked by Zora, the item is still... Apparently, it wasn't Bank 2 or Bank 3, it was just the Picto Box.
Yeah.
So yeah, that compromised my run as well. It wasn't a good feeling having the... do I go for the 3rd bottle or whatever? Although it wasn't, it wasn't a big deal, like an extra Pinnacle Rock trip, whatever. It was so likely that it was the song anyway. And then it's Snowhead Temple. I was in the middle, like, because I was thinking about the wallets, right? But
Right. Yeah, those wallets are very tricky.
What?
Yeah, those wallets are very tricky. Boo dipped GBT earlier on and exited, but found the wallet along the way. At around the same time you found the wallet in PFI. So on stream we were fearing, some sort of Bank 3 kerfuffle ourselves, despite that Picto, because we were reasonably confident the Picto was 1 star for Swamp Access, but we weren't completely sure. And you always get a little nervous about, Swamp Access importance and Moon's Tier importance and that sort of thing. It was a very tricky IC to handle, that West Clock Town one.
If I just knew about the Picto Box, it would have been so much easier. And yeah, the GBT diff was there, kind of funny. But I was like, mate, even if I get White Song and have to do the Ocean Spider House chest, I'm doing eggs before I go there. There's no way I do otherwise. And like, I was just overthinking and like so much. As soon as I got the Ice Arrow, I was like, I don't know what, combination of whatever, and then bank. Do I just, safety clear the rest? Which was anything but safe, because I don't know how I choked the alcove chest, like the simplest thing ever. And like, yeah, I entered Fire Out chest, I fell down like 3 times getting to the alcove, and out of nowhere, I did the boss key, like the boss key wizard path twice.
Twice.
Oh my
we
god,
noticed that ourselves, yeah.
That was so ridiculous. And I don't know, like outside of that, I guess I missed the long jump. I should have practiced that more, I guess. I missed the long jump on Stone Tower Temple twice. Once, I really don't know why. And like the other thing, final hours laggy twin mode. I double timed, like I was trying to not get final hours twin mode, but I was off by so much. Because there was the Icona Castle variable as well, and I didn't want to be early for Majora. But yeah, it's all she said, What happened, happened.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. It is. There's a whole level of difficulty that's added when you're racing for real. You can practice, as much as you want, but when I certainly practice as much as one, beforehand. But yeah, there's a level of nerves there. When you're sitting in the chair and you're doing it for real. Yeah, I mean, it was a remarkable effort from you. Regardless, you were, quite close at the end. And, those are the tough ones sometimes when you're close. It's probably a little tougher. but it's I mean, it was a heck of a performance, tonight and throughout this whole tournament from you. So yeah, I mean, it may not have gone quite the way you wished, but I think congratulations are still in order, and respect is definitely still in order there. So
Yeah, and like the few minutes or even bulk of seconds, like it can't afford to lose anything really. The beginning was really good, and at one point, like, I was doing so many checks, but at one point it's like I'm just doing checks. I felt like I was going to some alternative places and doing like maybe extra stuff. I wasn't feeling so secure, because it all matters. Like, you're playing against Boo, against Trav, Dodo, like the top tier players. Like, everything matters. It's so ridiculous. It's very cutthroat, as much as it gets in this rando.
yeah, especially at this level of competition, there's nothing quite like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
was a really busy cycle 1 as well. So much was found there.
yeah,
even
the
despite
kind
that-
of Goron cycle one. It was really funny. Like, I got Goron. I guess I got Goron at one of the latest possible times. Unless by the opener you don't have the hint or whatever. Because as soon as I got the hint, I just soared, because muscle memory. But I was like, why don't I just dip there? It's like 3. I have a bottle. Maybe I just bink something. It would have been good, but I did night 1, great bait. It was, it was fine as well, I guess. And yeah, just, Goron just steamrolling, just chewing through things. And yeah, this kind of Goron early start and how the items were played out, there were like no swing spots really. Could have been maybe the Great Bay Temple dip or whatever. But, the 2 magics that were behind Observatory, that was really funny. Like, Boo if Boo notoriously doesn't go there for a long time, like, it's just gonna happen soon enough. You can't go too far without that magic in the seed. So yeah, there wasn't room for anything. There's like no Zora mask in the seed like the other game, essentially.
Yeah, Boo did delay Observatory some, for sure. But yeah, in the end, you're kind of funneled into there, the seed, because eventually you're going to need magic. Sonata comes, Sonata comes before Deku this seed, really. So Woodfall Temple's super late, and that's the only one you're really doing without magic. So yeah, Boo gets to Observatory eventually, and yeah, you're all pretty close to even. The rest of the seed. Just small differences in the end, and that's what seeds come down to, at this late in the tourney. Just small differences. Seconds. When I first started learning this rando, the minutes came easy. It's the seconds we fight for,
Yeah, no, all these small advantages you can get, it's all very, it all matters, and it's all like micro spots. Kind of funny, the song situation, because the few spots there were, it's like you really want Lullaby, and the game gave you like Oath and like Sonata and whatever, like New Wave. Like, yeah. But I really wanted to win. But one thing's obviously not good enough. No, it wasn't dual champ this time. Maybe it's not gonna happen, or maybe out of nowhere it does. As Boo said on the sticker on the commentary, officer down, I guess. No dual champ for a little bit more. And the championship going to another glitchless menace of the game. It's as all things should be. And like I'm pretty sure Boo and Trav were like practicing together or something, right? I played in total 5 games against them combined. This is tough stuff, This is, there's no screwing around. Like they've been playing
They really-
Majora, maybe not completely actively since I don't know before 2015 or something. That's as real as it gets. I love it. I love the high level of competition. It's awesome.
it was a real display, on both of your parts. You've really polished your execution yourself and Boo and everybody else over the years, and it's an excellent show for all of us. It's an excellent show for all of us, and thank you so much for putting it on, and for dedicating yourself to doing your best.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy, and because like I'm gonna try to keep the massive speech a little bit short, but I played Majora for the literal first time. I think it was during the lockdowns or something, and I just love the game so much. It's like out of nowhere, it's one of my all-time favorites. And by then I was lurking like a Brazilian guy, Graffiti, was doing OT rando, was really cool. And I speedrun a few games that have no competition really, or maybe like one or two other guys. And I played GoldenEye and Mario 64, but I never got too far. I just ended up maybe lazing it out. Mario, I played the stars, but I still owe Deza, the Brazilian player, a 70-star run, I guess. I'll owe it until the day I die, probably. And GoldenEye, I just did the full game runs for the Brazilian marathons because it was fun. I didn't like grind the ranking or anything. And like in Majora Randomizer, it doesn't have the biggest player pool. It's not as hot as OT or Link to the Past. But the movement just kind of clicked. The glitchless plus the stuff is just, it all clicks. It's all so cool, and just got interested and starting lab this stuff, just trying to beat the other players. It's like run after run, I feel like I improve, I feel like I do better. And it's an async, and there's Dodo and Ares plus 15 minutes every single time. What am I doing? And then like season 4, trying to be Guppy, finally sort of practicing with him, really leveling up, trying finding new ways to think about the game, clearing. You can pick up a bunch of stuff to clear. You can do it in so many different ways. You can be very flexible, try to really think outside the box and map out the movement like it's Tetris. And I'm glad I got it at this high level, I guess. If you're competing with the speedrun guys, the highest level of them, that's already good enough. I got a lucky break and shipped one season. Couldn't do it this one or the previous one, but maybe it's good. I'm not gonna stop playing, but I'm gonna severely cut down on my playtime. I think I don't want to like play even any seeds at all. Just play the qualifiers literally, because even though I only play at the tournament seasons, I gotta slow it down a bit. 2 hours per seed, on practice. Even if it's like 1 hour and a half go mode, then open the next one. I gotta slow it down a bit, but I still want to be in the competition. You gotta gatekeep these kids that are coming up. They think they're good, and no. There's an old dog ready to crush you. I want to be that kind of player moving forward. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to ship a season, but who knows? It's gonna keep playing it, having fun, which is important part of it.
Yeah, it's important to have fun with it, and to take breaks because, yeah, these are big seeds. There's a lot of tech, there's a lot of time. Yeah, it's important to pace yourself and make sure you're still enjoying it. I mean, the way you look at, Guppy and Trev and so on, that's what I feel when I see you in the race room. I think I posted a faster time than you once in one of the preset ASICs, and I was just shocked for like 15 minutes. That's the kind of level you've gotten to, Spec. From one of the new whippersnappers, who's I've only been around since 2023. I started with the rando. I saw Poja do it, and I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. I want to do it. And I've tried it, and I found it's really cool. But yeah, I'll also shout out, some, some of the other folks from the speedrunning community. Mermy, sample name. I see you in chat. It was great. Seeing you two coming over to MMR Season 6, trying your hand, showing off some cool new stuff. Gratitude to all the players who do this, really, and to all the volunteers who help make this happen. But maybe we can have some, ladder stuff, some weeklies now and then or something. Maybe we can organize that somehow. That'd be cool. But for the time being, I think we've all earned a well-deserved breather.
Yeah, and last thing I want to say, I swear I'm just not gonna keep it for too long. Like you mentioned, you joined in 2023. I don't want to make promises because I never keep them. But man, I want to help people get good. I'm like always on Discord, and I don't know about making videos. Like I said, I just never make promises. I have a little bit of perfectionism blockage, and I don't want to. I kind of don't want to record a live session of 15 minutes explaining one thing. I value people's time and whatnot. But I don't know, like just hop on a Discord. Maybe sometimes my explanations are maybe way too abstract, or maybe I ramble too much. I sort of coach the hell out of Tony Big Blind, and I don't know, maybe sometimes I feel like maybe I'm beating around the bush and explaining in way too many euphemisms or whatever. Tony just shipped SGL, and there were a few good players there. So even my advice, come on, let's see who you're talking to here. But yeah, just moving forward, if I kind of want to do that, more than practice and be try to practice setting, be extremely optimal. I kind of want to do that a bit more, if anything. But yeah, for now, that's it for me.
Well, it was great hearing from you on the interview, Spec. Any other questions? Katie Payne, Tumble Talk?
Tumble Talk, I don't know if you have the spoiler log open, but I was curious about the last Foolish hint.
Let's see.
Oh, and the last Always hint.
We never did find those. I guess we never really had to find them.
Hold on a second. Sorry. What was the third Foolish, please? Dear God. The third Foolish, do you have it?
Oh, we never saw it on Restream.
Oh God, it's killing me, because I really was fishing for those, especially East Clock Town, like always. Oh my God.
But we were debating on Restream whether or not the New Wave 2-star from Clock Tower Roof, if that was actually for Ocean Great Fairy, since we were also missing an Always hint. But that wasn't the case today.
It was not. We were afraid of the worst case scenario, something like GBT Frog or that, but perhaps for the best it wasn't that. Yeah, in the interim, if anybody has feedback they'd like to share on season 6 or the the ZSR broadcast, make sure you check the announcements for the survey form, and I'm sure Amato would appreciate if you filled that out. Uh-oh. Tom, you might have gone quiet a bit.
Stop, I'm trying to look. Alright, so what did we have? Snowhead Great Fairy, I think is the one that was missing for the Always.
Okay.
Which had a mountain title deed.
Something poetic about that.
I guess there was a... Deku Palace has 0 important items.
Wow.
Wow.
That would have been a good foolish to find.
It was
I-
on Swamp Spider House and Mountain Spring Path.
Oh,
The path.
finding
Yeah.
that. Nobody was finding
I was-
those.
As you know, when I got the song in Palace, I was like, no, bro, this is so the third foolish. Maybe I even lost time because I didn't have it. I don't even know if I read the one before Graveyard. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, because I didn't on the first pass, but and that annoyed me for a while. Wow, really wanted that.
Oh, so it goes, you know? You had no idea it was actually going to be useful, you know? It could have been something like, I don't know, Path to Snowhead or something silly.
Or Snowhead in this case.
Yeah, that's true. It could have been a foolish Snowhead. It's a thing that does happen. But I don't think it'll be happening anymore. Season 6 is a wrap. Thanks Katie Bean, thanks Normal Talk, thanks GG, thanks all volunteers, thanks audience, thanks runners. Yeah, thank you Spec and Boo most of all. And yeah, I'm Fifth Whammy signing off. Want to read us out, Normal Talk?
All right. Thank you both for commenting for this. G, thank you for helping me track. Runners, thank you for a great race. It was a great watch. Chat, thanks for coming out. And we're going to go off to the others and get out of here. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.